In the last week or so, with nothing really much to do, I've been asking people about their favourite quarantine TV. Now, I know that you're a massive watcher of TV, you're a massive fan of a lot of HBO series, but what quarantine TV have you been watching, Frank? I know you're a big fan of your box sets.
Well, the one that I watched it all again, and I watched the last episodes of the current series was Curb Your Enthusiasm, which I think is like the most genius comedy of God knows how many years I've been watching that. I've been watching a lot of films. I watched the Parasite movie. I watched 1917. I've been catching up on all the films. I'm looking forward to Ozark, which starts again on Friday. Just been catching up on something. Better Call Saul. I've been catching up on that because I sort of fell behind with the series. Just watching all the things that take my eye. But Curb Your Enthusiasm makes me laugh. It's genius comedy.
That's something that we probably need at the minute as well. Ozark, everybody's been telling me to watch Ozark. I've not watched it. Any good? You recommend it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Very much so. Yeah, it's a great series. Yeah, and the new series starts, as I say, on Friday. So that's where I hope this thing finishes soon because they're not going to be able to film anything. We're going to have a dearth of things to watch.
One final thing, staying with the quarantine TV. Now, I'm a massive fan of The Wire, which I know you are as well. I've said to people, so people have asked me about The Wire and I've been tweeting about it and stuff. Now, I borrow a phrase from you with The Wire, and I never actually tell people that you're the person who told me this, but once you told me that The Wire was social commentary, which I think is probably the best way I've heard it described. Just elaborate on that.
Well, I first watched it. It was on the Fox channel over here. God knows how many years ago. It might be 10, time flies. Probably 10 years ago. I watched it from the very beginning before it sort of caught on, and it for me it's what it was all about. It was about inner city areas. It was about drug dealing. It was about how people tried in doing things that you should be doing to better your life, and how cheap life was, and how people, the misery of what all these things and what they caused. And I thought it was quite relevant to a lot of the things that happen in this country.
Who's your favourite character in The Wire, Frank?
I liked Idris Elba's
Stringer.
Idris Elba Stringer. Yeah, I thought Stringer Bell. And I really liked his character in it. I thought he was really good in it. I thought he was excellent. And I thought that was a really good series. And there's been some good stuff over the years to watch. I mean, obviously The Sopranos comes to mind if you're into that sort of stuff. And I thought that was great. A great series. So all those series, I was really, I was hooked on them. Another good film I watched the other day, The Two Popes. I thought that was brilliant.
I've not seen that yet.
Fantastic. It's a brilliant film. Great movie. Yeah, really good movie. But there's some stuff out at the moment that I've been catching up on. So it is what it is at the moment, mate.
Before I let you go, Frank, you mentioned
Band of Brothers, and don't forget Band of Brothers. Go and watch that again. Great. That was a great series.
People will be so surprised to find out what a TV buff that you actually are, Frank. Before I let you go, you mentioned The Sopranos. I always tell people that for me, The Wire is the best thing I've ever seen on TV. Not even necessarily TV show, but film, all of that. But I've got no real issue if somebody wants to put Sopranos at number one. What do you think's better, Frank? Sopranos or The Wire?
You know what? I liked them both equally.
Come on, Frank.
No, I'd struggle with it. I really would. I think at a tilt, I would say probably The Sopranos.
Frank.
But I loved them. I mean, I loved them both. I thought they were fantastic series. Line of Duty. Let's talk about some British stuff. Line of Duty. I thought that was superb. Really good stuff. There's some good stuff around to watch.
While we're hovering around the subject, Frank, you've been on TV before, haven't you? You've done a bit of acting.
In my I don't want to go there with that. Yeah, when we did Operation Good Guys, which was a fantastic series. Not because I did one, but it was a pal of mine, Ray Burdiss. There's a sort of cult movie that was made in the 90s called Love, Honour and Obey, and everybody was in it. The older British guys, Ray Winston was in it. Jude Law, everybody. You know, some Sean Pertwee, some really good British actors, Kathy Burke, and it was so funny. I mean, I loved it. And Ray also made. In the sort of, I think in the late 80s, 90s, he made the original Cray films.
Oh, yeah.
The Craze films with the Kemp brothers. So he did that, and he directed. Him and his partner made did a series of BBC Two called Operation Good Guys, and it was a fly on the wall documentary about the police, and it's hilarious. I mean, if you get a chance to watch it, the whole series, it is hilarious. They done about 3 series on BBC Two. It was, and. You know, Ray's a really, you know, he's a very, very, very funny guy, and you know, if you get a chance, you should definitely try and watch that. And they got me on it, but it was all that, everything was ad lib. He'd say, right, this is what it is, and then just people got on with it and did it as they went along. It was good fun, and he's good fun, Ray.
What attracted you to do it, Frank?
Because he's my mate. I mean, he comes from Islington. Well, he's my brother's age. He's more my brother's friend, but we've sort of been friends. We all come from Islington, and he just said to me, "I want to do a boxing story," and it was quite funny. It was about. I'll give you the scene. Give you the background to it. It was It was going to be about a bent fight, and they were going to. One of the guys in there had to go and spend the money on to bung a fighter to throw a fight, but instead he spent the money on a penis extension. So it was, and it goes downhill from there. But it was absolutely hilarious. And if you watch it, I believe that's where the inspiration for The Office came from.
Well, before I let you go, Frank, I'm actually thinking of writing a boxing sitcom. What do you think?
Yeah, do it, mate. Do it.
Will you be in it? Will you return to the screen for me?
I could be lured out of retirement. Back to the silver screen. I should be back on there. Yeah.
Okay, Frank. All right, mate. Well, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Do appreciate your time in this uncertain period that we're going through. Do hope that you and your family stay safe, Frank. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. If not face to face, then certainly on the phone again.
Anytime, Robin. You you and all the listeners stay safe, healthy, and well. All the best.
Thanks, Frank. Take care, mate.
Bye, mate.
Bye-bye.